Pillars of Eternity continues.
As you wish.
Welcome back, everyone, to what is video 12. We are plugging through this game. Hopefully no one's too butthurt that Lands of Lore 3 is not getting pumped out as much, but sorry, enjoying myself quite a bit. Let's see what happens as we wander through the keep now that Kolska's in charge. Forgive me, friend. There is much to do, but we will not forget what you have done for us. Better not, asshole! So we kind of capitalized on Riedric getting experience and rewards from him. Or rather, the experience. And then we took the rewards off his dead body. You can see now that the Riedric guards and paladins are not messing with us, even though we are not in any kind of robe. So the sneaking path has set up Kulsk with quite the nice defenses. You have to remember, you do not get experience just for killing things in this. You are essentially unlocking the bestiary instead. So, I don't think killing humans is part of this. We don't even have bandits here. Although you might slowly learn off of them. Anyways, the nice thing is now that we can explore and take everything. Bookmaster's filled up. We're going to need to come up with a different way of doing this. Now I'm going to throw it all in the stash. I know I've only read a couple books. Again, if you missed what I said in a previous video, as far as book reading, that's all going to happen in one long hour video, maybe two 30-minute videos to break it up. The joints off fringed with rust. The emblem on the breastplate is of a tree with broad, heart-shaped leaves. The reason I do all the books in one video is obviously if you do not care about listening to me read for 30 minutes or an hour, you can skip past that. Not something I'd personally want to listen to, but if you're really vested into the lore of this game, then by all means. A little secret there, all that does is open the door to the southeast. I'm going to just start dropping books that we've already read. That way there's no confusion. And I don't really need a whole collection of books. Got a couple of the Deerwood Harder. So pretty sure I read 10 Years of Dawn. You got to get a lot of books so we can make sure there's a good hour's worth. We'll just item type. It's fine. Deerwood Part 4, Deerwood Part 2, Deerwood Part 1. So we need Part 3. Poetry? Oh, we're going to hear some poetry from the Game Hoarder. Do keep in mind when I do read these. Keep that one down here. Oh, never mind. When I do read these, I will add my own flair. I'll do them in different voices. I'll add random cuss words throughout it. You know, I like to keep it lively. Let's, Rite of Hidden Wonders. I've never heard of that. Special type of scroll. Okay, so this adds +3 to mechanics. Definitely goes to Aloth. I think I'm doing this the hard way. Shift left click. I think we will just hang on to those robes for now. A ripple sponge. Remove ripple sponge crash. +10 to maximum endurance, +25 against poison and disease. -4 resolve. Would that put Lug Lug at a -1? Made from the sponges found along the rocky coast of Ra Tai, ripple sponge is ground finely and inhaled. It is often used on long sea voyages, for it has a soothing, calming effect which helps in tackling extended periods of strenuous activity. A powdered version of marijuana is what it sounds like. Definitely need to start playing with our traps as well. We're going to get into crafting at some point. Since we're all safe, we'll go ahead and double speed. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. We're going to steal everything. Thank you very much. Would have been some battling to come through here, for sure. Here's the dining hall. I'm just taking shit. Stealing off the rack was bad, but stealing from the chest, not bad. Yeah, either way. We're mercenaries, we take what we want. Of course, we might piss off too many people if we continue to steal.
What is it?
Under the pillow is a wooden medallion carved with the rising sun and 3 stars. It's tied to a leather thong. That thong, the thong, thong, thong.
I'll see what I can find.
Of course.
Indeed.
I don't think they caught me that time.
What is it?
If they did, they didn't say anything. The roast goat smells only faintly of smoke and burnt fat. Hunks of meat have been carved from the cold carcass. I actually had goat last weekend. Went to this crazy little Indian place called the Whip Inn. And had a goat burger. And it was fucking delicious. Bah! I don't think Oscar's going to be too pleased with us. I also don't really give a shit. She's blocking treasure.
I take it I have to thank you for this change in regime. You have set my research back by years and for what? The whims of a half-witted aristocrat? Kursk was not, as you might imagine, terribly appreciative of my work. I suppose I'm to be eternally grateful that my life was spared? She rolls her eyes. Go meddle in someone else's affairs. I have no further use of you. I have no further use of you, bitch! But I'm gonna get what's in that motherfucking secret cove!
Hey.
Well?
Hey.
That got it going.
Sick.
Time to slam jump. Oh, bitch. Man, that's bullshit. Revenant is paralyzed, or was paralyzed, and now he's dead as shit.
Perhaps a little rest is in order.
Yeah, you could be right. I wanted this hooker's grimoire too. And ooh, did I take the secret away? 'Cause there certainly was one in there. Oh, I already searched it. No? Let's do a test. 'Cause it was certainly there before, but maybe after you go this far in the quest, it goes bye-bye. Let's find out.
Of course.
Interesting. It was definitely there before.
As you wish.
Either way, that bitch had to die. Oh, the Deerwood Pot 6. Looks like we'll be collecting those. Quite a while.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
Keeping an eye out.
Alright, for whatever reason, that secret is no longer there. It might have been her grimoire, things like that were on her person once you kill her. Or even before you kill her, apparently. Once you kill Redrick, it seems to disappear. That's all good. Look at all these fantastic spells she has. This is haste. Conceal Hot's corrosive scythe and eats away at the target's spirit, inflicting corrosive damage and converting that essence into the endurance for the caster. Good old web spell. Crackling bolt and fireball. Kind of be nice if they showed me my copper there. I have 6,000 though, so we're gonna easily learn all these spells for monies. Thank you, Astra. Can't even cast level 3 spells, but when I do, I'm not going to pick Fireball and Lightning Bolt.
Well?
Alright, we've explored all that. There are no more secrets down here. Double time! We have some more here to explore. Hello everyone, you can't touch me now. Blow. I got your gift. I can't believe someone actually wrote down that kind of thing on parchment. I left something for you in the chapel. Careful not to go digging in the wrong skull again. Yeah, we read that before. Part 5. I think we're still missing 3. Unlock that with our key. I think this just takes us down to a different part of the level lower. Nothing new. But we'll double check. Yeah. I believe this is the back door that we could have went down with Nedmar's key. Who, of course, is dead as shit.
As you wish.
That's just another exit. More food and beer. Some food and oil. There actually is another room down here that's kind of off the beaten path, so let's see if we can find out how to get over there. Looks like we're going to need to take a different set of stairs. We're gonna rob this place blind. A potion of Eldritch Aim. Plus 15 accuracy for 10 seconds. Grants the caster otherworldly sight, resulting in preternatural accuracy for a short period. Preternatural is one of those words that makes me want to smack somebody.
Well?
Because you'd have to Google the difference between preternatural and supernatural.
As you wish.
But I swear Anne Rice created that word with Interview with a Vampire. Because I hadn't heard of it before that. So here we are in the extra room.
As you wish.
Doing 100%. Whoa, whoa,
The
whoa.
work of a moment.
Okay. Oh, fine breastplate. We can give that to
The work of a moment.
Mr. Ronstadt. And a fine large shield to boot. We'll take a look-see at that. Nice. Nice little sheen to it. Sparkly. Looks like it kind of gave off a glow onto my gloves as well. Changed those. We got a pretty cool shield on my boy here. 16, 16, minus 8, bashing 2. Gonna say it's probably better than that. So we'll hang on to that. Try a bow out, Durance. Beer! Yum yum! This would have been a hell of a party to storm through here. Rainwater, twitching, and with tiny larvae, sloshes in the barrel. Fantastic. We'll walk right on through. Oh, this takes us back down here.
Aye?
I don't have the key, but I have the lever. I think there's still 2 more places we can get to here. Trying to find them. It's a little bit of a maze. Alright, this will be one. I don't expect to find anything glorious, but I am just showing you all the different search locations. Because I can. Magic hammer. I'll inspect all this shit later. The bottom staves of the barrels are dark but dry. Whatever these barrels held leaked out long ago. So now there's one more area we want to get to up at the top here. We need to get back to the sanctuary. I think we want to go to the temple. Then from here, we want to go back into the small dining area. It actually kind of tells you where you can get to the siege platform. I think that's where we're trying to get. Should bring us to the very top. And here we are. A frog helm. Potion of iron skin. Artificers generally refrain from listening to the ingredients involved in the creation of these potions, citing decor. In any event, they give the imbiber's skin a tough and durable quality, making them less susceptible to damage. Plus 8 DR. We'll take it. Anything else up here?
Nice and quiet.
You damn right. Boots of stability. Boots are worn for both comfort and style. Most often made of leather. They can be custom made to suit varieties of shit. While soldiers often favor hardy, thick sole boots, rogues and thieves may prefer soft-soled shoes that allow them to move nimbly and quietly. These give plus 30 defense against prone attacks. Plus 15 defense against push attacks. They help against knockdown, basically. Luglug has his boots of constitution, which he does kind of like, so we'll give the boots of stability to Eder. We could use some more spell scrolls. I had to burn some on our big battle with Raedric, which, hey, no problem here. We'll probably give Aloth those level 3 spells as well. We got a lot of shit to sell. And that is it as far as ransacking the castle. If you think I may have missed a spot, comment on it. We'll come back and see that you're wrong. But for now, we are done here. I'll just leave the way I came in. Got a little undead pussy cat following us around like a champ. Let us check our questicles. The Trials of Durance, we still need to spend more time traveling and talking to him. We'll check that. We also need to go to the Merwald and Kainua.
What? If doubts and curiosity plague you, You're skidding your knuckles on the wrong door.
Tell me about Magrin. Yeah, we still haven't rested. Go ahead and do that. We're definitely due after all that shit.
If doubts and
Oh, you know her, you must. He gives a bitter chuckle, then his tone evens out. She's a many-headed bitch. What's your view on Magrin?
She's a goddess, as fickle as they come. And with all the failings you'd expect of an empress and a whore. Too many eyes, too many wants, too much to hold on to. That's the failing of a god. More aspects than words to describe her, like most of them. A god with many nations to oversee, only serves to spread herself too thin.
Although flame rarely crosses twice, so perhaps that is the only truth she embraces. Who knows? Gods get greedy. When it comes to fire, fire is God's hunger. What are her aspects? Durance begins to count on his fingers, chanting it off. War transforms, fire consumes, trials purify. Warfare, fire, consuming, purification, and most of all transforming. Trials as well, but all things are put to the test anyways. A trial can consume, purify, and transform. They are all linked, although at its heart is a flame, and the flame is what matters. It is the source of all things. Guess they should have started with that, eh? Any fool around a campfire knows that. Without flame's fire, we would have made little progress in the dark. To hear some of the inner fires tell it around the hearth and bellows, even in the halls of Ashfeld, you'd think the fire brought life to man, and fire was Magrin. Some of the older texts say she rubbed her hands together, and they burst into flame. Or another god shafted her like a poker. There are different perspectives on her, then? He grunts. Mine is the only one sight among many. Durance frowns, pauses, then his eyes take on an eager gleam. But here's one. I can speak to how losing side sees her. And that should tell you enough. Letting me speak to what Adrian sees. And what does Adrian see? The Durians have a proper, polite translation of her. Excellence in war, tactical discipline. He snorts. That's why they lost the fucking colony, of course. I didn't add that one. They were probably still quoting. That while we had them bent across the desk. All their guns and cannons are fine, but useless when your staff is cracking light into their skulls, dispensing red gifts left and right. Durance's fists tighten and he laughs. Adherents call that elevation, divine awareness. Those words are as welcome as shit on one's boots. And that's all they took back with them while they were running. He shakes his head. A lesson learned at the wrong time. Almost feel a pang of sympathy for them. Almost. Lesson? What do you mean? The title of a god isn't knowing a god. Adhering to words rather than walking the path, testing yourself in the heat of it. Walk until the words are stripped away and you feel it burning in your heart. That is the lesson. That, adhering politeness, that pretty adherence to the word of scripture as they sought, that burned their ships, scarred them, kept them running throughout the Deerwood campaign. He snorts. Divine awareness? There's no true faith in wanting to be tested. The best in battle have already shit themselves plenty. Shit themselves until they're dry and can focus on killing. Damn, that's descriptive. I have another question.
I suspect the answers will seed more questions.
I wanted to ask about you. Where are you from, Durance?
Where I hail from? From one of Magrin's fires. A cathedral. Ashfall. Made of blackened trees. I studied the scriptures there. The fires carved into the land. The trunks of the burnt trees. And in the factories where the rifles and cartridges were shaped. All are chapels in other devotions.
Other devotions? Durance nods.
For Magrin. And he fires enough for worship, physical or not. A blacksmith's anvil, a craftsman's bench, all arenas where a fighter is waiting to be born. It just needs a spark, like alchemical fire or sparked cartridges, to speed them to their purpose. Their purpose?
Durance tilts his head, thinking.
Well, their purpose, then. It was many thens ago.
He scratches his beard.
Beard was a little brighter than now. But yes, cartridges, guns, all had a purpose, and that purpose was punching holes in mages and letting their pompous air hiss out.
Durance gives a half smile, then a nod.
Woke their kind right up, and kept them staring at the ceiling in the dark, instead of sleeping. That's for certain.
Aloth rolls his eyes. Pompous air indeed.
A little violence as an accounting, an answer for unchecked power. Well, Magrin gave an answer for that. Magrin put soldiers and mages on equal footing?
He nods.
Mages were troublesome in that time. Firearms made every man a mage, and the caster's pretty arcane shield was little match for them. It turned each commoner into a beast that could spit fire. It leveled the field of battle, that's for certain. Made many a mage a grave. Tell me more about Ashfall. You're more curious about it than most of Magrin's faithful. Okay, keep talking, asshole. What's more to tell?
Durance frowns. His hands tighten on his staff again. His fingers seem to sink into the wood.
It's one of the greatest fires of Magrin, the high seat.
He shrugs.
Some say the blackest, not of evil, but of ash. All that remains after fire has fed.
He pauses.
I called it cathedral before. That's not the full truth of it. It's more of a battlefield. It lies in the heart of the war of black trees. Its timbers built from burnt forest there, each timber blessed by fire. And one of Magrin's greatest battles. Many of us helped shape the war effort there, with flames and firearms. What's the cathedral like? Massive, beautiful, blessed by the gods. Flames cannot strike it twice.
Durance's eyes travel to his ashen staff, studying the etchings.
Beneath, tunnels and chambers, bellows and fire pits, and many of the faithful looking for a means to bring fire to the world.
He turns his gaze from the staff to you.
Guns, explosives, alchemy, all these are our holy symbols, and we are eager to share. That staff seems like your holy symbol. Keep troubling me, and I may extend the tithe bowl for each question. Enough shit for now. Let's keep the road until the next campfire.
All right. That's all we're able to dig out of Dingleberry. Looks like Aloth doesn't have
What's on your
anything
mind?
new, and neither does Utter. I think it may well be time to head to Caed Nua. A day and 4 hours. All right, nothing like a new area. I'm gonna slow it down a bit.
Kana!
Just off the side of the path into Caed Nua stands an imposing figure, a tall, thick-set Amawa, clad in worn armor and peering up at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal. It works feverishly at taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once he has to reach up to prevent his colorful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upward.
That moldy brickwork must be fascinating.
The man looks over at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits into a wide and very toothy grin, and he waves the parchment in greeting.
It is. Well, not the wall itself, perhaps. The construction is very traditional. There are names scratched upon some of the bricks, just there. Workers and masons, I expect, carving a little immortality for themselves. It's a fine keep, Caed Nua. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long. But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Meerwald, but it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
What do you want from Merwald?
Knowledge. Or, to be less clever about it, a certain text. I've come in search of a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of Rauatai, but we possess only a small fragment of it.
A year. I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I found evidence suggesting that the original lies here, beneath the keep. I want to ask Merwald if he knows of it. And you, my friend, why are you here?
I too wish to speak to Merwald.
Truly. Then perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manners of beast. I've never seen the like. I didn't want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together I'm sure we could manage it, and then we could both ask our questions of Merwald.
Let's go meet Merwald then, fellow Amumawawa.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have, at times, been followed. It began in Adir, and in Exomatal they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for. I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I paid them little mind. Humorless sorts in long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know.
You seem very calm about this.
Well, it's not as if I'm going to turn around and go home at their urging. If their previous efforts are anything to go by, we have very little to worry about.
Party's full.
The Ronstock has gained a level. We now have Kana,
Yes?
who's got some crazy weird shit going on over here. Ah, uses a gun. Nice. Have some fine mail armor for now. It's a little better. We have this fine minor cloak of protection for you, sir. That cap, though. That turban. It's interesting. I want to see his haircut. Him and Lug Lug are obviously going to get along. He's a chanter. I don't know anything about chanters. Are they bards? The Rauatai. Good intelligence and might. He's into the lore. The sight of their comrades, their hearts grew bold. Blessed was Ringrid, quickest of his tribe. If their bones still slept under that hill, none can say. Summons 3 skeletons to fight for the Pate. Summoner kind of deal. Interesting. In any case, let's do some leveling here. almost kind of want to put some stealth in Ronstock so he can open up with spells on people. But it might be best to focus on that lore. I'm going to leave that alone for now. Still no level 3 spells. This Curse of the Blackened Sight seems pretty good. Causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting... Yeah, why not? I like AoE stuff. Arcane Veil. Could be good to keep him up. Let's go ahead and take that emergency defensive spell. Kana's probably going to level a bit. He's a lore guy. We'll keep that going. Whoa! Interesting spells here. But Rainy Darrett's ghost, he would not rest. Summons a phantom. And hell hath crashed upon the shield. -5 damage reduction against foes AoE. Increases slash and shock damage reduction. This one's called Not Felled by the Axe, nor Broken by the Storm. The thunder rolled like waves on a black sea. AoE 14 to 21 crush damage. It's a thunderous explosion that stuns and shoves enemies. Thrice she was wronged and thrice justly avenged. Drains electrostatic energy from the environment to create 3 bolts of lightning, causing shock damage any in their path. "90-degree cones. White worms writhe in the bellies of the dead. Causes a nearby downed enemy to explode, expelling 3 white grubs and crushing nearby enemies. That sounds a little more situational, but it sounds really fucking awesome also. I'm going to go for this lightning cone first. Ancient Memory invokes a primal energy, causing allies within range to benefit from constant endurance regeneration while the chanter is chanting. Could be some good backup healing. As a hedge wizard, the character has learned how to duplicate the effects of one of the most popular spells of the Eastern Reach, Minalette's Minor Missiles. Because the character does not use a grimoire as a wizard does, the effect is not quite as powerful. I'm going to go for this for backup. I like these class-specific abilities. And we're going to get more anyways. Different spells this time. Dull the edge, blunt the point. Reduces slashing and piercing damage. Thick grew their tongue, stumbling on their words. Fucks with mage's concentration. Come, soft winds of death. Drains a portion of energy from all enemies in the area of effect. So this is like a debuff on our enemies. Could be pretty helpful. I'm actually grab that. And another. And another. go for the white worms. It's too cool not to try. Beloved spirits. Must be chanting. It's passive. Modifies ancient memory to more endurance. We'll take that. Why not? Fantastical.
Well?
We have our full party of 6 for now. There are, however, a lot of NPCs in this game, so we will be swapping out till we find the correct balance of evil. If that even makes sense. One shattered cask still smells faintly of ale, long spilled into the dirt.
Keeping an eye out.
House seems blocked off for now.
Looks like this place has been abandoned for years.
Grave,
Hello.
grave, thou Kana.
Curses!
Thing isn't doing.
Spirit residue.
Following your lead.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check out his AI here. We want to do defensive for sure. I think we're going to be wrapping up here in just a moment.
Of course.
All right then.
See if we can clear a little bit of this courtyard. Yeah, all these buildings are blocked off. Frayed lengths of rope and a few flint chips are scattered across this workbench. Only weeds grow in the dusty patch. Okay, a will-o-wisp. Got some kind of blessing going. I have no clue what the hell that is.
Yes.
You fuck now, Shadow.
Well?
Well, that's how we roll. The hedge grows in shaggy heaps, shot through the weeds and tall grasses. One of these doors is open. We're not going to go inside anywhere in this video. We're just going to do a little bit of cleansing.
If thou feel not believe.
Arquebus is awesome. Got a rifle.
Yes. As you wish.
Pray,
Some tall spikes of Adra.
feel not believe.
Will-o-wisp guts.
Brave thou feel not.
Fucked up. Intervene.
Curses!
I got my guy stunned.
Curses! As you wish.
Kind of auditorium. One side of this pillar is graven with hundreds of whorls and ridges. Even under a layer of grime and moss, the Adra gleams. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up here, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon with more Pillars of Eternity.